any other like alcoholic stepdad music by leagues and leagues, dude.
Yeah.
They're above Nickelback, Five Finger Death Punch,
course.
Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, all of that like
Tim Corley's punching air right, dude.
Godsmack, Dog, all of them, dude.
Dude, they do, bro. They do.
Godsmack rules.
I don't even want to put, like, I hate that they got clumped in with them, man.
I'm a punk rocker through and through, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Godsmack rules.
Yeah.
We're taking this out.
we're bleeping all of this, dude.
I'm over the winter weather, dude. I'll tell you that.
It's 5 degrees outside, dude.
5 degrees. I was watching a video somebody posted from like fucking Norway of their icicles, and they're like, this is what it looks like when you have crazy looking icicles because it's 5 degrees outside. And in my head, I'm like, it shouldn't be as cold in Indiana as it is in Norway.
Yeah, man, that doesn't sound correct.
Yeah, but
it is.
It is.
And this is where we're at.
Well, over the evening time, it's going to get down to 0 degrees with a wind chill taking it down to -5, possibly even -20 in some parts of Kentucky. Central Kentucky's looking at some possible -20 wind chill, which
You see my face right now. This is me if I was dead.
Less than 5 minutes. This is the temperature where less than 5 minutes of exposure can take you out if you're not properly wrapped. I always wrap myself up.
Hell yeah, man. He wraps his butt, dude. Yeah, man, I really got to start dressing more wintry, I guess.
Well, yes.
I mean, I wear layers, but clearly not enough.
Well, you dress exactly how I usually used to dress before I got a couple nice winter coats and started wearing boots.
Yeah.
I think all you need, dude, the difference you would see in like biting the bullet and buying like $100 jacket and like $100 pair of boots, just a nice pair of black boots just for the winter.
Yeah.
Something waterproof.
Yeah.
Go a long way. You could even, I've been thinking about getting those Vans Gore-Tex Ultra Range.
Those
like
are nice.
winter shoes.
Yeah, I've seen those, yeah.
Those are waterproof. They got nice tread on the bottom.
Doc Martin make a nice boot.
Those ones I have now, those Doc Martens.
I always wanted a pair of Dr. Martens, man. I've never bought a pair.
Work boots, so like the heel and the rest of the shoe are like kind of at a gradient instead of like a big heel on them.
Yeah.
But those go for like 100, 120 sometimes.
They waterproof?
Fully waterproof. I've had them now for 2 years. I mean, there's some spots on the leather where like I've kicked shit, but what's nice about Docs is they still sew the sole onto the boot and then glue it on the inside. So you never have that fucking sole coming off. You're never going to wear through it like you can on... I mean, I know you don't really wear through Vans if you're not skating and shit.
Yeah.
But they do... Vans are cold, dude.
Oh, hell yeah, they are, man. I know.
I try throwing my tennis shoes on every once in a while when I'm just running out for a minute, and golly, man. I've got the Vans.
But I'm also one of those people, too, because, like, I drive the Mustang, so people are like, man, when are you going to get a car that really goes in the snow? And I'm like, what snow? It's the same with, like, the weather. Like, I don't want to buy a whole wardrobe for...
That's different, though. It's cold here way more often than it's snowy here.
Yeah, but, like, I can handle...
And it's not a whole new wardrobe.
I can handle 45.
It's 2 accessories. Yeah, but it drops this low, like, pretty often.
No, yeah, I get that, clearly. It's ass.
Just like saying. One nicer jacket and one decent pair of boots.
I need to get that pea coat from Zeke.
And then, yeah, there you go. That'll do
nice,
it.
man.
The difference,
That's
a nice warm coat.
Yeah.
Now, I do that big puffy jacket now, and it's warmer even than my pea coat, but the pea coat is very warm. That's just, like, a little small on me now. That's one of the main reasons I don't wear it anymore. But, yeah, a nice jacket goes a long way. And then the boots, dude, also nice when it's wet outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I overindulge on the boots to the point where, like, I almost never wear tennis shoes. And I want to
you're
wear
a big
more.
boot guy.
Well, it's just so convenient.
You love a boot.
I don't have to worry about, what if I get them dirty? What if I step in a puddle? Anything.
You're B2A all the time, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I like them.
Do you know what B2A means?
B2A?
Yeah.
Big to action.
No, man, boots to asses, brother.
Oh, you know that, dude. Well, I call them my fucking ass stomping boots, dude. My shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, I like having my feet protected. What can I say? I used to be a barefoot guy. You remember me in my early 20s, dude. I'd walk around
We didn't hang
flip-flops.
out. We didn't
Yeah,
hang
but
out.
You saw me
dude.
around town peddling my wares, dude.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I didn't know that. I didn't.
But also in the winter, I never had. It was always just like hoodies. I'd layer up a couple hoodies.
Yeah.
You know, when I first bought a nice warm jacket, it was a game changer.
Yeah.
Plus, you can get a nice. I'm telling you, look on that marketplace at those leather jackets I was telling you about. You get like a real leather jacket.
I've got
like
one of my
$60.
dad's upstairs. I need to clean it up, man. It's super nice. It's when he used to ride bikes and shit.
One in your
it's
style,
a real fun. Yeah, that's how it is.
Is it?
It's
Is it
like
motorcycle
it's
style?
like them cheesy women's ones that I wear, but it's a real leather motorcycle style. Yeah, it's got the big collar and
Those
shit.
are
and
pretty nice.
I just need to
man.
clean it up, man. I need to get some leather cleaner and because it's got some old fucking like it's been in storage for
One of these days.
But
I'm
it
gonna
fits
get
like
a
a glove. I mean, it's so nice, dude.
floor
like,
length
fucking
jacket, dude.
You gonna
like
get a duster?
A real, like
You look like Eric or Dylan.
like that one down there, like that black trench coat, but one that's like actually made for me, not 1980s shoulder pads on it.
You're gonna look like fucking the Undertaker.
Yeah, dude. Something super warm.
He's gonna come in with his eyeballs rolled in the back of his head.
I want the collar to be like up here. Dude.
Hell yeah.
I'm talking about like a cowboy vampire jacket. You know what I mean? Leather with fur on the inside, dude. Welcome back to This Place Sucks Winter Corner, dude. Where we learn how to get cozy.
Winter
boots and jackets,
is here, man.
and gloves and hats. If you're just like, you got to keep your feet, hands, and
I always have a beanie
head,
and I always wear gloves, man.
That's big. This isn't true, but I remember watching the movie Loser when I was a kid, and he wears like a goofy hat in that because he's from Indiana. He wears like a Fargo style hat. And the bitch is like, why you wear that fucking goofy-ass hat? And he's like, oh, well, don't you know that 90% of your body heat escapes through your head? That's the secret to staying warm. So I always abide by that. And then I found out that it's something like it's like 10%.
A reasonable amount, yeah.
Whatever the surface of that area is of your body.
Let's
start over, man. Dude. This episode sucks. We're talking about winter and shit.
No, actually, man, this is fine, dude. I'm sure people are probably like, oh, wow, a real nice change of pace with these guys, having a normal conversation about what to wear in the cold and not just fucking, free Palestine, dude. I'm going to fucking kill everybody. Like, wrestling's cool again. Like, fucking, you know. Nobody wants to hear that shit all the time.
We've got 4 years to bitch about whatever happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's already happening.
Because, like, I know when we were talking, like,
pace ourselves.
when I said fucking WWE was on Netflix now, I know somebody rolled their eyes listening to this.
Hey,
when I said, hey, they got Monday Night Raw on Netflix, I know somebody was like, fuck, here we go. Here we go.
I got a luchador mask up there.
And that's sick. Hey, man, can I show the camera that?
Nah, because I might do some robberies in it. Dead serious. Don't think I haven't thought about doing, like, a kick-ass situation.
Hell yeah, dude.
Throwing that thing on.
Vigilante, dude.
Yeah, going out in the middle of the night and,
it.
like, looking for speeders and then just, like, pit maneuvering them. I want to be like the in-car. I want to be like the highway patrol version of Batman. I just look for bad drivers. I pit maneuver them. I get them out of the car and just beat the dog shit out of them. Never kill them.
You going to keep that bit or can I have it?
What bit?
That you just did.
You can use that.
All right.
You can use that.
I think I can make that
I think
work.
you can add some better stuff to it. Yeah, make it a bit.
Yeah.
But I'm being pretty serious right now. Thinking about but no, if you want to. Joey got me a sweet, well, he gave me a luchador mask. He didn't go to Mexico recently or nothing.
Yeah, man, I ran away, dude.
But
the hell's on fire in here, dude?
I burned some incense earlier.
I was like, damn, am I having a stroke? Yeah. So
It gets rid of the weed smell.
Because I hoard. I'm a hoarder.
Yeah, dude,
I
hors d'oeuvres.
whore quite a bit. And I was like, I should probably start cleaning some shit out. So I found, like, I think I had like 6 or 7 luchador masks at the house that I've just acquired over the years. But I had two of this one. One was like a silverish gray color, and one was red. But this is a Sin Cara luchador mask. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Sin Cara or not.
Sicario, dude. But, that's a great movie.
Yeah, and it is.
I love Sicario, man.
But I like Sin Cara. He was always one of my favorites. And I ended
up Mexican.
Grabbing two of them. So I decided, hey, man, the boy would love to have a luchador mask. So,
and if this episode gets 20 likes on YouTube, we'll record the entire next episode in luchador masks.
There you go, man.
Which should be cool, man. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked on this. I mean, I do love the red. It's got the little iron crosses on the ears, man.
I think they're not supposed to be iron crosses. It's like they're supposed to be like
what? That's exactly how you make it.
It's a cheap knockoff, and it doesn't look like his actual like.
Oh, he doesn't have those on his ears.
Like he does, but like he's got like a more of a cross on the forehead. Like there's a lot more detail, and that's just kind of like a. You know what I mean?
This is I saw in those like Chinese YouTube videos where they're pretending to be Spider-Man. They're usually wearing something like this. Yeah. Here comes Spider-Man.
I was telling him my friend Mark was in Texas, and he ended up getting me a book. It's the autobiography of Sin Cara, and he met him, and he had him sign it. And it's a sweet-ass book, but I don't speak Spanish, nor can I read it. So until I finally finish learning Spanish,
I think you can get that
it's kind
shit
of
on your phone where you just look at it.
Yeah, and I thought about doing that too, man, because I'd really like to read it. So
there you go. But, that'd be fun, dude. That'd be cute.
But yeah, as soon as I seen that, I was like, yeah, dude, like I'm gonna toss that to Jordan, dude. I think he'd appreciate that. So hell yeah,
do.
man. Now you're a luchador, dude.
I've got a lot of tchotchkes and knickknacks.
Yeah,
I like to decorate my space with.
Everybody needs a luchador mask. A friend of mine, she brought me one back from Mexico, and it's a real legit one from Mexico. Yeah, and I got that one put up.
What was I at that had? There was a person that was making custom one. They might have been at I want to say it was at Horror Hound.
Could have been
Scarefest. Scarefest. But there was somebody making, like, they had a booth making luchador-style masks, like, there.
That seems believable.
There was a dude who had a lot of human bones, dude.
Probably too many, yeah.
I genuinely think he did not have license to carry those bones. I wasn't going to call him on it. I'm not a bone police, dude.
Yeah.
All right, but he had a questionable amount.
Yeah.
Because it's like, where?
Where are you getting all those?
There's only so many places.
Yeah.
I talked to them. They said they didn't give you those.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't acquire any of those until like, I don't know. When I was growing up, I always fucking wanted one. And I think ended up getting like a Rey Mysterio one at like the flea market or something.
Rey Mysterio.
And
his real face.
And I really, I lost it somewhere throughout time. I was like young when I had it, but. I don't know, a couple of years ago, man, I was at, I had my friend, she brought me the one back from Mexico, and that kind of started it, and then there was a couple I'd bought on eBay, and then, like, several of these I acquired in the pro wrestling loot crates. If you buy the more expensive ones, you'd either get a shirt or a mask, and I would go to a convention every year that pro wrestling crates or whatever, the pro wrestling tees would sponsor the crates. They would be set up there, and they'd always have them, so I would buy one each year. So I just acquired a lot of these, dude, and then
I did a couple of those loot crates.
They're nice, dude. You'll get some cool shit out of them, man.
I did a sweet Nickelodeon one.
That would have been cool.
I got a Hey Arnold shirt and an All That hat, and my dog literally ate both of them. Literally ate. They were sitting on his crate while I was gone, and he like pulled them into the crate and destroyed them.
Hell yeah.
So.
Ooh. You want to tell everybody what we did yesterday, dude?
Shout out Jeff, dude. At
Sick Jeff, bro.
Sick Jeff,
at Sick Jeff
on Instagram. Went up there. He's in his apprenticeship. Hit us with some tattoos. Me, Joey, and the wife.
Yeah.
Pretty decent.
Got me
little
a cool
bangers,
little dagger. Yeah. Absolutely, dude. I love mine, man. Turned out fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, sick as hell. He's fucking gonna be a fucking really good tattoo artist, man.
Yeah, dude.
But
we're gonna start calling him Cat Von Jeff.
Yeah, dude. Cat Jeff D, dude.
Cat Jeff D, dude. That's our boy.
But yeah, he hit us with the tattoos. Went and hit an open mic afterwards over at the B List in Bellevue. We also went by the Commonwealth Sanctuary in Dayton, Kentucky. It was like basically Newport. If you're ever, they do a bunch of shows there. You go check them out. Sick venue. It's in an old church.
Yeah, it was awesome. Very good show.
And then we went after that mic. Didn't get on that one. Did a different one. Pretty good little night out in Cincinnati, dude.
No, it always is, man. That's this city. This city, man. Every time we go up there, it's always a good fucking time, man. I love it. I love it so much. Honestly, when we went to, since we didn't get to post the last episode.
Oh, yeah, we had this. So this episode is late.
Yeah, it's a late episode. It's a late bloomer.
Got fucked.
Yeah.
The camera died. One of the mics didn't record, so it was all shook up.
But what I was gonna say was, we did the mic at the Louisville Comedy Club last week.
Yeah.
And that after we did the show, which was a great fucking show, everybody was awesome. Like they treated us great. The comics were great. Like overall, the night was amazing.
Yeah.
When we left, we walked outside, and of course that's like right on Whiskey Row there by the Yum Center and Merle's Whiskey Kitchen and shit. With all the lights and shit, like it was awesome. That was probably my favorite. That's one of my favorite moments.
It's one of the best nights
in Louisville.
So far. Oh, yeah.
In Louisville. Because you know me in Louisville. That was awesome. I love it. I'm really coming around. Now that we're doing the stand-up and I'm in Louisville more than I have been in recent years.
Different spots
I'm really coming around. That was awesome, stepping outside.
I love Louisville. It is my favorite
on that
city.
Downtown strip. Like, it was cool, man. And I had appreciation for Louisville when I left that night,
small and navigable. You know what I mean?
And
it's easier to get around.
Louisville's got its perks. I only shit on it because it's fun, but Louisville is a cool city. It's got a lot of cool shit, man. Like, comedy scene's
shout out to
cool,
everybody for coming out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wednesday, since that episode didn't drop, we already shouted everybody out. But, you know, quite a few friends came out, and then the place, you know, had a decent fucking crowd otherwise.
We got there wasn't that many people, and then people started pouring in that were not comics, that were just there for comedy. I thought that was fucking sick.
Yeah, because a lot of open mics are almost exclusively other comics and maybe like their spouses and friends that they bring. But just other, you know, it's an open mic, you're trying shit out. But that one, people come in off the street to watch and shit. It goes on for a couple hours. So that was cool. Yeah,
it was a great crowd, man. A lot of people.
Had a good
time,
set.
Dude. Yeah, hell, great set.
Did another one Thursday night. I did 3 last week. I was at Planet on Monday, bombed. Went to Louisville Comedy Club Wednesday, did well, and then Chameleon Thursday, which was mid.
Yeah.
And then we went again yesterday.
Yeah, I had both those, and then back to back, and then last night we did the B List, and it was awesome.
We tried to do 2 mics in one night, but we just obviously weren't ready for it yet.
Yeah.
We didn't get
and that's what it was, man.
It was our fault, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were supposed to tell the guy that we were from out of town to be, you know, basically guaranteed.
And we are.
But
I mean, we did drive an hour to get there.
Yeah, it's just like you never know where to say you're from because they want to hear, you know, like you're a comic from another city.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're from the small town in between cities. But a lot of people, like when we're in Cincinnati, they think we're Louisville comics, and when we're in Louisville, they think we're Cincinnati comics.
So it's just kind of cool, really.
Yeah. Like, you get to meet a little bit of everybody. Yeah. And speaking of, finally got locked in date.
Yeah.
March 7th. This Place Sucks live. Red Bicycle Hall on Main Street here in Madison, Indiana. We're going to have, you're going to see 6 comics plus the host. One of us is going to be the host, to be decided. The other one's going to do a set. We've got 3 comics from Cincinnati and 2 comics from Louisville that are going to be on. So a good mix. Live episode of this show afterward. It's going to be...
It's going to be fucking insane,
It's going to be awesome.
I'm going to go ahead and oversell. I'm going to hype it up. It's going to be fucking... Yeah, the people that we've picked to be on the first ever This Place Sucks live, they're great. Like, they're genuinely hilarious dudes that, like, we've hit it off with that have been...
What's
the word I'm looking for, man?
With us, hospitable.
Yeah, hospitable. They've been very hospitable with us, and they have really just tried to help us out with shit, and we're very thankful. Thankful enough we'd like to have them on the show, but
and you guys are gonna love them.
And you guys are gonna fucking
like
love
us.
them. Yeah,
you'll like
you're
their
gonna
comedy.
love them. Yep.
Yeah, man, it'll be about an hour and a half straight of live comedy, maybe an hour 45, and then we'll do a little intermission, come back for a live episode of the pod. Probably a couple of those guys will come on.
Yeah.
Might even see them before then. They might be on the podcast before then, along with some other comedians. We're starting to pepper that in a little bit more. I'm stoked. The next, couple months is going to be off the chain. All of February, we're going to be hustling, setting this thing up, hitting mics, preparing ourselves.
Hell, you're on the what are you on the night before? Or the 2 days before? Is it
2
the
days
Caravan,
before? I'm on Go Bananas.
Yeah, you're on Go Bananas.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Which is supposed to be a pretty good mic.
Yeah.
And then and then right after that, tour in the middle of April, we're going to New York.
Yeah.
To see Jake. Hopefully, hit a bunch of mics up there. And then maybe May, if This Place Sucks Live goes off well, maybe May, This Place Sucks Live Part 2. We'll see. Maybe June.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, worst case scenario, making it seasonal. You know what I mean? One every season.
Yeah.
As in fall, winter, summer, and spring. We one in fucking March, then do one in fucking June or July, then do one in October, December, January, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could be cool. But we'll see how the first one goes. I've got high hopes. I know that the entertainment through the roof.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fucking insane, dude. It's going to be crazy.
If we had the venue for longer, we'd do more, too. So, we'll see how this first one goes.
What time's the doors open?
Oh, yeah. So, doors are going to open at 7:30. Show starts at 8. So, by the time next week's episode is up, we will have a ticketing website where you can buy pre-sale tickets for $15 a piece.
And how much is it going to cost at the door?
At the door, it'll be $20. So hit the website. It's madtix.com. We'll have the full length next Monday on that episode.
So you're telling me for a price of $15 to $20, you get to see 6 comics and a live podcast?
And a live podcast. 7, technically.
7, technically, with the host. Yeah, yeah.
And then a live podcast afterwards. That's 3 hours.
And now, will there be a bar there?
Of entertainment. Cash bar. All right. Lots of magnificent restaurants right nearby on the main street there.
I definitely recommend Hinkle's Hamburgers.
Hinkle's Hamburgers. Red Pepperoni, The Drake, Shipley's Tavern,
the Chinese
Central
restaurant
Tavern.
across the street.
Yeah,
is
Hong
nice
Kong
as well.
Kitchen.
Hong Kong Kitchen, yeah.
There's a great vape store nearby, dude.
And there is. And what is the name of that vape
It's
store?
called My Smoke.
There it is.
My buddy Muhammad works in there. He'll hook you up.
Super cool guy, super chill. Fan
Hopefully
of the
he's
show.
going to come over.
I hope he does. I would be.
He's on vacation right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's been gone the last week or so.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, next time you see him, tell him we'd really like to have him at the show. He really needs to get.
He told me to bring, when we get the flyers, to bring him in.
Hell yeah.
'Cause I'm going to hang some up around town.
Cool.
I think Red Bike helps
And
with
give
that,
me some too, so I can
put a couple up around Carrollton. We'll probably put a couple up at the clubs through February that we're at. You know what I mean? And then see how it goes. The capacity is 150. So, get your tickets early.
Yeah, for sure.
We're hoping that by, it sells out, in which case there won't be any door tickets available. Now, we can play with capacity if we open up the upstairs, but I think for this first one, we're just going to see how many people we have. And then possibly for the second one, it could be an even bigger event with a bigger capacity. You guys will have options. There'll be a few primo tables that you can reserve. You don't by any means have to reserve a table, but the venue does provide a section of tables near the stage, right in front, and then off to the side stage for a little extra premium. You can reserve them, make sure you have a good spot. I know a lot of Madison events do that, Some people like to do it. If those tables, none of them get reserved, guess what? You'll be able to walk in and just sit down at them anyway.
Yeah.
They'll be open. So
it's going to be pretty fucking awesome.
We'll be talking about it a lot till
we're
that
be
day.
hyping it up.
Hyping it up thick, but there'll be a flyer, an event page. We'll post shit about it constantly. A lot of promos, dude.
You really don't want to miss it, honestly. If you are in the area and you can come to the show and you can get a ticket, you don't. I'm telling you, it's going to be...
If you've been listening to the podcast, dude.
Yeah.
And I know there's a good handful of you who have listened since the old podcast, who have followed this one. come out. If you like stand-up comedy, you're not going to be disappointed. If you just like going out where there's a bar and having a good time, you're not going to be disappointed. No. Tell them what they've won. You've won an all-inclusive 3-hour stay at the Red Bicycle Hall.
Hell yeah, you have, dude.
And, if it looks like towards...
And I didn't know what you wanted me to say there, so I didn't.
I'm hyped, I just wanted you to also be hyped.
I'm hyped, dude.
But closer to the date, maybe we'll run a giveaway and give away a couple tickets.
We're gonna do some...
butt fucking, dude. We'll have merch, too. For fans of This Place Sucks exclusively, there will be merch available at the show.
Yeah, dude. There's going to be a t-shirt, a fucking patch, some button pins, stickers. Got to have some stickers.
And if you like that shit, we'll have more of that.
Yeah. I'm on the fence. I don't know if I'm going to have them for this show or not. I'm probably going to try to do a run of hats. I haven't decided yet. That is up in the air, but we are going to have T-shirts for the event. We're going to have stickers, buttons, patches. We're going to have a whole merch table. So,
I did remember our boy that we met at Skankfest does hats.
And he does, man.
He does hats and some other types of merch. So maybe in the future, pull him in on some stuff. Golly. It's going to be nice, dude. It's going to be a good time. We spend a lot of time at these things now, just hanging, and it is a good time.
It is.
We're
going
to bring that to y'all, dude.
That's like when we were at the Commonwealth last night. I wasn't even mad that we didn't get on the show because the show was it was good. Yeah. We got to see all the people we've been mingling with anyways. We got to talk and do a little networking, and the show was great. Every comic that went up killed.
I played a little writing game before the mic with Stone.
Shout out Stone Schneider.
That wasn't bad, dude. That wasn't bad.
It's great, man. It was a good time.
I had a good line in that. I got the word dance. You had to make a joke out of it. Dance, cultural revolution, where you do the Tiananmen Square dance.
Hell yeah, man.
I thought that was all right. It's fun to be forced to write a joke about a specific thing.
You really like Surge, you know that? The shit really comes to you.
The fucking drink?
No, from System of a Down.
Oh, Surge Tonkin, dude.
Tonkin, dude, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's cool, man.
Wake up! Grab your brushes and makeup. Why you leave these up on the table? I like that other guy. What's his name? Derek?
Daryl. Darren.
Dude,
yeah.
I love it. I love that shit, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I love that Iceman. Yeah. Ibanez fucking Iceman he played, dude. Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
That's what he sounds like.
I love that.
Well, dude, we're bringing SOAD back now.
Yeah, System of a Down will be there.
Single-handedly myself brought Korn back this week.
Hell
dude,
yeah, dude. I got Circle Jerks.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm bringing back Circle Jerks. Wow!
Since I bought this hoodie, I've really been listening to a lot of fucking Korn, dude.
Korn's good, dude.
Korn's underrated, I think, man.
I think they're properly rated. They were a multi-platinum, Billboard award-winning, Grammy award-winning fucking band.
When I say underrated, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying,
and everybody talks about them constantly, still to this day.
Dude.
Oh, dude, they're fucking huge on TikTok. All of nu metal is huge on TikTok.
Look, dude, maybe I live under a rock and I forget sometimes that Korn's still relevant and a big deal. My bad.
Yeah, people do still like that shit. I mean, we went through an era where nu metal was shit on, and a lot of it does suck. Yeah. But you come back, and now, thanks to TikTok, I really think Deftones was the first one to hit off on there.
Yeah.
Because they have a little bit more of a...
What's that song that every
shoegazy almost type of vibe to their nu metal?
What's that song everybody always talks about with the Deftones? That fucking... It's their song.
Minerva?
Bro. No, the other one.
That's the big one.
No. You'll know it when I say it.
I don't know, man. I'm not a huge Deftones head. I like them, but... I couldn't fucking recite you their discography.
Anyways, man. Yeah, Korn fucks.
Korn, Limp Bizkit, Slipknot to a lesser extent. They're all like
Slipknot when they first come out for
relevant
sure.
Again.
And then they kind of drifted in just to more metal than
they definitely fell off, man.
They had some good shit, man. What's funny to me though is like when Self-Titled come out, great album. Iowa dropped, great album. Subliminal 3 dropped. when Subliminal 3 dropped, to me also I think is a great album, Hindsight. Yeah. At the time, though, a lot of people shit on that album, and they're like, man, dude, Slipknot really sucks now, dude. They really dropped the ball with this one. They fucking sold out, all this shit. And then went on to not only progressively make worse music, but made some dog shit albums after that. And I like to think, man, you really don't realize how good you all had.
What was the album that Duality was on?
That was Subliminal.
Was that Subliminal? Yeah. Okay, that was a good album.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Dude, there's not a
Their
day
first
that goes
3 albums
by.
to me, hey man, the camera's being stupid. The first 3 albums are great. After that, I'm out.
I'm always fucking sitting
not
beside
that there's
my
not good
throne
shit in
and
those albums, but
waiting and bleeding, dude. That's one thing you can find me
that
doing.
was one of the first bands I really ever got into, man. That like
Slipknot.
Yeah, that was like a band that I would say like that's my band. Like that's one of my favorite bands. It's like AFI and like Slipknot, which are like I know they're 2 polar opposite bands, but like
I was heavy into Slipknot.
I really liked that shit, man. They had the masks, they looked cool. The music was like some of the hardest shit at that point in time I'd ever heard.
Well, dude, let me tell you a little story about the duality of man. Dude.
Go ahead.
And where I really kind of made a pivot in my life is 9th grade Halloween. Mm-hmm. I was trying really, really hard to find a Slipknot mask and go as like a Slipknot member. Mm-hmm. And somebody, I can't remember, I want to say it was Carrie Phelps maybe, was like, you should just fucking do your hair up and go as Robert Smith.
Which is crazy because you really did look like
So
Robert
I
Smith.
made that transition. I was like,
shout out Carrie Phelps, dude. She's
Carrie
always
Phelps.
been a fucking real one, dude. I
well,
love
she was
her.
a huge influence. Like, she got me into a lot of like, she
Yeah.
turned me on to My Chemical Romance
Absolutely.
and that type of shit.
Yeah. She's one of the literally the coolest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah, man. Huge influence on me at a pivotal time. Dude.
Yeah.
She was cool.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I went as fucking, and of course everybody thought I was Edward Scissorhands, even though I didn't have any Scissorhands on.
And they did too. I remember.
Just makeup, smeared lipstick, and the most fucking cock-teased hair you've ever seen in your fucking life.
Yeah.
I do remember Carrie and Yvonne Stewart helped me tease the hair before we went out, and it took a fucking can of Aquanet and a lot of combs, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. And then I just slipped more into listening to that shit. But I still got respect for Slipknot. I was never a big Stone Sour head.
You know, I wasn't either until I seen them live, and it was pretty fucking awesome, man. Like,
I've seen
Corey's
bands
really
live
got, you know.
Yeah.
It
Well,
really
he's got
changed
some
my
pipes.
mind about it. Not that I ever hated him, but I'm like you. Like, it never was like, if I heard it, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't say it was shit.
He's
but
got a crazy neck. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, dude.
You ever notice his neck?
His
is that
neck
talked
is
about?
huge, dude. I don't think it is. Not
His
talked
neck
about
literally.
enough.
Him
I
and
think
I are
it's
the
properly
same
rated.
build.
I think it's fucking. His neck is properly braided, dude.
He and I are like
it's
the
multi-platinum,
same frame.
man.
We've got the same length of neck, but his neck goes like this.
Yeah.
Over to his.
Yeah.
Not his traps.
It's silly.
It's not the traps in the back. It's
silly.
this front bit here.
Yeah.
That comes up.
Yeah.
It's crazy looking, but that's where his pipes come from.
No, because I've never seen Slipknot live, which I know is fucking an insane. Like, that's like one of those insane stats that, like,
I would.
Me saying I've never seen Slipknot is like if just a casual football fan heard, like, oh, I don't know, like Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl. Like, it doesn't sound believable. And it did happen. Like, I've never seen them. So when I got to see Stone Sour opened up for Korn, well, ironically, we're talking about Korn again. I was stoked because I was getting to see Corey, and I was like, well, even though I'm not seeing Slipknot, like, I'm gonna appreciate it just because it's Corey Taylor, and he was fucking awesome, and he put on live. Stone Sour music was badass versus just casually.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, dude.
Yeah, Stone Sour's all right. I'll give him little props. And I was telling somebody too, man. I'm rambling here. I'm
rambling,
dude.
I'm a rambling man.
I forget where we were at, but I think Andrew was there.
Johnson.
Yeah. And
I know him.
We were talking about what's the best band you've ever seen live. Like, what is the best performance? And I can honestly say, out of all the shows I've been to, all the concerts, all the fucking, from the hole in the walls to the stadiums, the best live performance I've ever seen from a band, sound wise, was Korn, man. They
I
were
could see that,
the bass. Jonathan Davis even played the bagpipes. Like it was,
I would say
the best live performance I've ever seen.
Not every time, but like 4 out of the 8 times I've seen AFI, they have been like so on point. It's
the one time I seen them, they were fucking incredible. Yeah, but I just remember Andrew being like taken back, like he thought I was fucking with him.
Oh yeah,
like I forget what band he had said, but he was like, "Yeah, man, they put on like a really good show. Like it was one of the best shows I've ever seen live." And I said, "You know what? You should go out of your way to see Korn if they were ever if you can go." Well, and he looked at me like, "What do you mean?" Like, and I was like, "No, for real. Like, Korn's
that
awesome."
To me makes as much sense as saying like, yeah, if you've never seen Metallica in your life, you should go see Metallica. Yeah. It's Metallica. It's Korn.
Yeah, it's Korn.
They're gonna put on a live show. They didn't get that big and stay relevant by fucking accident.
Yeah,
so I'd still go see them.
Metallica's probably a close second, dude. Because
they put on a lot of good shows and a lot of bad shows.
They do.
I've seen a lot of videos of bad shows.
And I was worried about that. Like I was like, man, I hope tonight's not a night where fucking Lars crashes out and fucking Hetfield's mad, and, you know. But they were great too.
Secondary to AFI, because I'm biased, dude. Also another favorite. You wouldn't think the concert would be that lit though, but it was. It was Bright Eyes, man.
Yo, I'm sure.
Bright Eyes puts a lot of like elements into their live show, like visual elements and shit. They'll bring fucking other people out to play different songs and do shit. They keep it interesting and fucking fun. You know, it reminds you of watching old videos of fucking like Johnny Cash, and he's like, on this next one, I'd like to be joined by my good friend Merle Haggard to come up here, and, you know, just like people pop out just for songs that they were on and shit. Great fucking show. I've seen them live twice, one indoor and one outdoor, and both of them were sick. The indoor one was better. But
there's 2 shows that made me feel a certain type of way, and you were with me at one. Was when
Danzig.
Yeah, I believe it was the first time we seen Danzig. He played Blood and Tears, man, and I cried. That was like that's my favorite Danzig song, and to see him up there playing, like to hear it live like that one made me feel some type of way. I was also somewhat going through a breakup, so I'm sure that probably didn't help. But the second one was back in 2000. I still had a buzzed head and a beard, so I'm assuming probably 2013 or 14 maybe. Me and the folks went and seen Alice in Chains. And Duvall, I know he's not Staley, but like his vocals are close enough where it's like
Duvall?
James Duvall. Anyways, his vocals are enough, like especially live, like it's fine, like it's whatever. But Jerry Cantrell, man, on that guitar, and just the whole atmosphere of the show, seeing them, and then like the drum kit's got like the initials of Lane Staley and Mike Starr on it, and like they play Down in a Hole, dude, and just. Dude, I don't know. Like they show like the picture of Lane, and you felt something. You
fucking shreds those 6 notes that he plays in the whole song.
I'm not talking about that. I just meant like Jerry Cantrell playing in general. Like it'll make you feel.
I'm not a huge Alice in Chains fan, but if I got the chance to see him live, even without Lane Staley, I'd go see him for like the 10 hits they had when I was growing up. You know what I mean?
Dude. And they play it all, and it was good, dude. That was such a fun fucking show, man. Like that was.
There's awesome. A lot of bands I would see now that 10 years ago you wouldn't have I wouldn't have gone to you as one of their concerts. That now I'm like, I've grown up. I can appreciate.
I think what did it for you was fucking Godsmack, dude.
Godsmack's live was just phenomenal.
That's like, dude, that's like one of my favorite moments in like, because I'm not a huge Godsmack fan. Like I love and appreciate them because I had seen them live.
A huge stadium type show is usually not my thing. I get when people say, "Well, best live show I ever saw was fucking Kiss," and there was fucking pyrotechnics everywhere, dude, and fucking Iron Maiden with the huge or Gwar with something crazy going on the stage. I get it. I do like that type of stuff. But normally, no. But being there in the middle of that fucking, like, 150,000
He pulled me aside. He's like, look, buddy, I know you're going to look at me like I'm plumb fucking stupid and that I'm being a dick when I say this, but seeing Godsmack it with 60,000 people at a festival was one of the best, like, and I'm like, my mind's like fucking bleeding. I'm like, what do you mean?
Not only were they like consummate professionals to the extent that like it sounded like the album, which is hard to do in an outdoor festival sound,
and it is
type of shit, but you know, the fucking Sully and the drummer did like a fucking 5-6 minute like drum off where the like fucking 2 drum sets were out there like rotating and shit. It was cool, man. There was like other elements. But it'll turn you around on somebody, dude.
It will, dude.
Around,
it will. I was the same way. I never disliked them because, like, I'm like you, dude. Voodoo's like one of the best fucking songs ever, dude. It fucking
Voodoo goes hard
but, like,
as fuck. Dude.
Over the years, they've always at least had
I like
one
to
or two
pretend I'm a
songs
snake
that,
when I put that on. Just lay on the ground.
Fucking slithering on a heat rock, dude.
I love a heat
you know
rock,
what I
dude.
mean?
Double me up. I want to be on a heat rock with a heat lamp.
Yeah, dude.
Slithering to
Like,
voodoo.
They've always had a couple of songs that like I've liked, but like when I seen them, and I also seen them at Louder in Life a few years before you had seen them, and seeing Sully on the fucking drums and like that moment where everything was just dead silent, all you could hear a few people just kind of rustling around. It's like thousands of people, and then you hear that intro for Voodoo live, bro. Fuck, man, that'll get you fucking just wound up, man. I love that shit, dude. Yeah.
That shit, yeah, dude.
And I'm like you, though, dude. There's shit where I was younger I would have never told people I liked. And now that I'm an adult and I can say it like I don't fucking care.
There's still shit. I am still an avid hater, dude. There's still plenty of shit that I'll hate
you're
on.
Allowed to. There's plenty of shit you don't have to like. Yeah.
There's a level of respectability, too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying... I would put Godsmack above any other... like Alcoholic Stepdad music by leagues and leagues, dude.
Yeah.
They're above Nickelback, Five Finger Death Punch,
course,
fucking Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, all of that like fucking
Tim Corley's punching air right now, dude.
Godsmack dog fucks all of them,
dude. They do, bro. They do.
Godsmack rules.
I don't even want to put like I hate that they got clumped in with them, man.
I'm a
because
fucking punk rocker through and through, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Godsmack rules.
Yeah.
We're taking this out.
we're bleeping all of this, dude. They're gonna be like, "What band are they talking about? What band is that good, dude?"
I'm just saying,
no,
like they were all right,
good, dude.
But
they're fun.
I've seen a lot of a definite honorable mention. I've seen them twice, and you just want to talk about like killer live show, very fun fucking mosh pit environment, and sounded like the album. Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have been
I've seen Under
good.
Oath more times, and I also love Under Oath, but and they sound great live. No complaints about any of their shows, but dude, something about those Prada shows goes off.
I feel like I was a dick for not going to the Under Oath concert with you guys, man. I felt bad about that.
I wouldn't say a dick. Nah. I think, what was the excuse?
I really did have to work.
Yeah, you were still working.
I really couldn't get off work.
If I knew it was like a night you had off.
I would have told.
Nah, man, I'm not going with Andrew and Melissa and you and Honor to have a great time.
No, I would have definitely went if I wouldn't have work. I really do feel bad that I couldn't get off work though.
But it was a good time, man.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have been. Yeah.
Well, you're coming to the next one.
That album that they played for that show though is a good album.
We're Only Chasing Safety.
That is
that
is a good album. I'm not gonna sit here because I'm one of those people. I'm not a huge fan of them, but that album is good.
There was something to seeing a bunch of other 30 to 40-year-old dudes stretching for 30 minutes before
to get ready.
Under Oath went on, and then just giving it heck.
Yeah.
Through the whole set, and when they closed down with what fucking song did they close? I don't remember because they played the album and then they played a couple other hits.
I like those shows too where they play a whole album and they'll play a couple other songs, you know.
It was like a heavy one
or whatever. What is
and
what is that? I feel like
they said this is the last one, so go off.
Yeah.
And I didn't even mosh until that last fucking song, and I was like, fuck it, dude. All these other dudes are spraining ankles out here and shit. There's one scary dude in the whole mosh pit, and I've already seen he's not out to hurt people.
Yeah.
So we're good. So I fucking went out there and gave it hell. That was my first time moshing.
Yeah. What's the next one that y'all are doing?
We're doing Mastodon and Coheed and Cambria in May.
That's another band too. Where when I was in high school. There was this dude, I won't name names because he is a cool guy, but I had a Hardy Boys t-shirt on because, I've always been a wrestling fan, whatever. And it had their HB logo, the one they used to wear on their necklaces or whatever. And he had seen it, and he thought it was a Mastodon shirt for some odd reason. And he said, "Hey, man, is that a Mastodon shirt?" And I went mad. I don't know why.
I went off.
I don't know if it was the hormones at fucking 16.
It's my least favorite prehistoric mammal. It's my least favorite fucking Zord.
I literally turned around and told him to suck my dick, and I got kicked out of class. Like, the teacher sent me to the office, and I'm not even making a joke. Like, this isn't a bit.
I literally, I remember we grew up together.
Yeah, he said, is that a Mastodon shirt? And number one, the way he said it implied that Mastodon sucked, and that I would be stupid for wearing it. But it was not. He was a fan and was just trying to be normal and engage in conversation. And me as not only like, because people made fun of wrestling.
You constantly defense mode.
Yeah. He said that, and I literally turned around and I said, dude, suck my dick. And the teacher heard me, sent me out of the class. It was a big deal. But
so this will be a full circle moment.
It was, no,
to go to a Mastodon.
No, I've seen them. Like, so a couple years later, I'm out of school and I'm hanging out, and I heard their album "Once More Around the Sun." I think's the name of it. Had the Mother Load was on it. A bunch of other shit. I fell in love with them because of that album. Then I went back and heard fucking Blood and Thunder, dude. Yeah, and I seen them twice, a couple years apart, at Louder Than Life. So it'd be cool to see them without that bullshit of just being in a, just them and Coheed. Like, I seen Coheed a couple of years ago with The Used, and they were amazing.
Coheed rules. I've only seen them live the one time in 2004, so it's been...
Been 20 years. It's been 20 years, brother.
I'm going to cry right now.
That's crazy because, I mean, hell, I seen them, and I think it was 20... It's either 21 or 22. It was like right after the world opened back up. They were at the James Brady where we seen Danzig, but it was the outside part.
Yeah, I remember. I remember you going. Yeah,
and it was great, man.
This would be a good show.
They didn't play Blood Red Summer though, and I was upset about that. They didn't play it. No, and I was mad. I usually I'm not like that guy.
Well, you want to hear all the hits.
There was 2 times in my life where a band did not play a song I wanted to hear, and I was mad.
Dude,
that's one, and fucking. What Tiger Army not play?
Tiger Army did not play Under Saturn's Shadow or Incorporated, which I think were their 2 biggest hits. I could be mistaken.
They didn't. You're right.
They are 2 of my favorites. They played like, I think 3 or 4 of my favorites, and then
did they play in the Orchard?
They played. I think they played in the Orchard. Yeah. And I think they played their version of Under the Midnight Sky, which is just a Nick 13 track from his country western album.
They played Outlaw Heart too.
Yeah.
Anyways, the 2 times that I've genuinely been hurt was that one when Coheed didn't play Blood Red Summer, and I went and seen Modest Mouse, and they didn't play Float On. Dude.
I remember.
You talk about?
You talked about that for a week,
buddy.
Dude.
I was mad. So this chick I was dating at the time, she was really into him, and I was like. I got them for, I think I got it for her birthday, and we went down. It was at the Louisville Palace, and we were both pretty fucking stoked, honestly, because we liked the band in general. But like the whole time, I was thinking, man, I bet they'll just close with it.
Close with Float On,
and they didn't. And then I was like, I bet it'll be an encore. So we stayed for the encore, and they didn't. They never did play Float On, dude.
Bro.
And I'm not mad now. They did play Dashboard, which is also a great song.
That is a good song. Can I tell you, though, that's another reason AFI is one of the best bands live, is that they play all the hits. Now, given the old heads like me, you're going to be upset because they're not going to play anything from before Days of the Phoenix.
Right.
But they're going to play Days of the Phoenix. They're going to play Silver and Cold, Girls Not Gray, and Leaving Song.
Yeah.
They're going to play fucking Love Like Winter and whatever the other hits off December Underground.
Miss Murder.
Beautiful Thieves.
He loves Miss Murder, dude. That's his favorite
They do play
track,
Miss Murder, obviously. That's the other one. My least favorite song. But
dude, we were at a party one night, another time I won't name names, and I pulled this dude aside that, like, I don't know. It was funny because I looked at him and I was like, man, he fucking loves AFI. And he got mad. It was like, dude, shut up. Like, I bet. And then the dude turns like, oh, yeah, bro, I fucking love Miss Murder. That's one of my favorite songs ever. And dude, it was so good, man.
That pissed me off.
So pissed him plumb
I thought you were
off,
talking about somebody else for a second.
No, you know who I'm talking about now. But he did. He was like, oh, yeah, dude. And he was so serious. He was like, oh, I love him, dude, bro. Like, Miss Murder's a fucking banger. And, dude, he was mad, bro. What was that, dude? What the fuck? It's fine. But yeah, it was funny. It was good shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've got that a lot. Now, when I saw him with 30 Seconds to Mars, I expected mostly casuals, if not
Right.
people that just like weren't even that big of fans at all. But the dude, I was wearing, matter of fact, this Circle Jerk shirt. I remember because the dude came up, was standing next to me, and was like, "Oh, sweet shirt. I just saw them like 2 weeks ago." And he was like, "I know you, dude. I've seen you before. Were you at that show?" And I was like, "Nah," but we talked, and then he just kept screaming out, "Play Total Immortal."
Yeah.
Like after every
Don't
fucking
we all?
song.
Yeah, don't we all, man?
And I was like, I'll be honest with you, dude. I've seen them 8 times since 2003. And now remember, that song came out in 2000.
Yeah.
They didn't play it in 2003.
Yeah.
They didn't play it in 2006, 7, fucking 12,
Why
13.
is it you think they don't play that?
I've heard that when they do like those fucking LA pop-up shows and shit like that, they will play old catalog shit.
Yeah.
But they just play the hits. They will
That's crazy
when
to me.
they're headlining, they will pull out an older song or two. I remember they played, well, I think Ever End a Day, which is also off Art of Drowning, but it wasn't a single.
Yeah.
And
that
occasionally,
cool to fucking see.
Occasionally they'll throw Catch a Hot One in there too, which I think is just because Hunter likes to play the bass line. But most of the time they're playing just all the hits up through like the new albums and shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at it. It's fun for everybody.
No, yeah. Like I said, the one time I went, man, which was 10 years ago, which is crazy that I haven't seen
10
him.
years,
I haven't seen him again. Well, 11 years. I think it was 2014, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's just now 2020.
No, but I'm just saying, like, and I probably won't get to see him this year either. So I'm just saying.
No, they're doing another support tour. I can't remember who with, but they're doing another. Yeah.
Well, it depends on the headliner. It depends on who they're opening up for.
I'd go again, but man, I really want to see. I think it's going to take them dropping another album,
right? That makes sense
to tour. So hopefully they headline a tour. We've been talking about this for years, man. Waiting on another AFI headlining tour to come through here. But
yeah, I would love to. I'd love to see him. Honestly, seeing them where we saw them at too was such a small venue, man. Mercury Ballroom.
That's the best, man.
That's where it was at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mercury Ballroom, yeah. That's a very small venue for that.
The year before I saw him at Bogart's.
That would have been fucking insane. Dude.
That one was sick, dude. I was like up against the rail the whole time. That was fun. But yeah, dude. Hopefully in the coming year, we'll see.
We'll see.
We've only got the one show planned right now, dude.
What?
The one concert that we're going to. Two. We're definitely going to do LDB Fest or whatever that hardcore festival is in Louisville.
Yeah, we need to look. I need to look into that.
But yeah, we got a lot going on.
Because I want to see God's Hate, and then when is the Coheed?
That's in May. May something 20th maybe.
Friday, March 14th.
That's your birthday.
Agnostic Front and Murphy's Law are going to be in Covington.
You want to go to that for your birthday?
Yeah, I want to go to that for my
birthday.
birthday.
Where in Covington?
I think Madison
Avenue Theater?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
If you down to do that.
Yeah.
So I think that would be fucking. I think that would be tight, man.
Yeah.
There was a couple other bands too, but I don't think I was familiar with them. But I seen Murphy's Law on the poster, and Agnostic Front's the headliner. And I was like, March 14th, my birthday. Like, dude, we gotta fucking.
Well, I almost thought we'd be having that show on your birthday.
That would.
I thought we were gonna get back
and
up.
I wouldn't have wanted to do that. Like that would not.
Why not?
Because that's just a lot, bro. That's a lot.
A lot for your birthday.
Yeah, because I don't want to fucking.
I would have said
it's nice having it a week
birthday.
before. Because my Dad got me fucking tickets to see Ace Frehley the night after our show.
Oh yeah, you
at
told me
Belterra.
about that,
For my birthday, and I was like, oh, it's badass. So normally I take the weekend of my birthday off, and I'll just celebrate the whole fucking weekend. But this year we got so much going on the weekend before. I've got that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and then my birthday I'm just gonna do that. I'll probably eat dinner with my folks. And then we'll go to that show and just fuck off.
Hell yeah.
And that'll probably be my birthday this year, man. And I'm cool with that. Lo-fi chill, you know?
Yeah, a little lo-fi fucking...
Go to a hardcore show, bro.
Go to a hardcore show, come home, throw on lo-fi chill beats to study and relax to, man. Yeah. Let's get down to brass tacks here. Elon Bout threw his fucking back out hitting that Sig Heil, dude.
Not gonna do
it hard.
And I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But just know that this is just an imitation of a freak. Okay,
yeah, dude.
He fucking. And what did you see the clip with audio? Because he goes,
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, he did it twice.
He
did
fucking
it twice,
put his hips in that sumbitch, dude. If he was a regular guy, he would have killed himself, hitting himself in the chest.
He's so barrel-chested, though.
He is probably part barrel.
Here's my only comment I'm going to make on it. I've seen a lot of people trying to defend it. I've seen a lot of people saying whatever. The argument that he says, with all my heart or with all my love or whatever, and he grabs his chest and does that, there are about 150 different emotes he could have done on stage to express that with all my heart. Or, I love you guys. There's so many things you could have done.
He went,
he didn't even do it. Dude. He didn't even do it multiple times and throw it. He did it the one time and the one time only.
You could have even
and then did it behind
grab it out of your chest and then throw it into the crowd.
Yeah.
Like
he could have blew everybody a kiss. He could have. There's so many things he could have done.
But he's an inhuman whore, dude.
And he is a Nazi.
And the Roman salute, where do you think the Nazis got it from? Where do you think they got all their iconography and shit from?
Yeah.
There's a reason you've been seeing all these fucking return to fucking basics.
I did not think that's where you were going with that, and I'm so glad that it wasn't.
Dude, there's a reason you've been seeing... There's all these pages about like, oh, dude, look how good architecture was back in the day. Look how good statues and arts were and all that shit. And these are all propaganda pages. It's exactly what the fucking Germans did in the 1920s and 30s. They said, yo, look how much fucking better Western culture was before it was invaded by the Jews. It's the same thing they're trying to do now. Now they're calling them cultural Marxist and shit like that. I hate Elon Musk, dude. I've been fucking saying this dude is a Nazi for like 3 years, and people are like, but he invented electric cars. He never invented anything, dude. I'm just,
man, you're okay. Shh.
I get a little riled up.
You're okay.
Here's the fucking... Let's get down to brass tacks, though. For real, for real. I want to be
Give him his minute. Go ahead.
In 1945, after the defeat of Nazi Germany, over 1,600 top-ranking Nazi officials and scientists were covertly brought into the United States under Operation Paperclip with the assistance of the CIA. Their top rocket scientist who invented the V-2 rocket, which was responsible for bombing England half to death during World War II, was brought over to run our fucking rocket program. His name was Wernher von Braun. They mention him in the Jake Gyllenhaal hit movie October Sky, which, by the way, fun fact, October Sky, anagram of Rocket Boys, which was the name of the book it was based on. Wernher von Braun wrote his own book, okay? He wrote a book about how in the future, hear me out here, this is real, he wrote a book in German about how he sees the future of space exploration, and in it, in the 2030s, humanity gets to Mars, and they find that there's already a colony of super intelligent beings living there underground, ran by a king called the Elon. Elon Musk's dad, when asked about this in interviews way back in the 90s when Elon Musk was still doing PayPal shit, was like, oh yeah, I think that's a prophecy. I named my son that on purpose. And Elon has primarily followed this whole rocketry dream because he believes he's supposed to be the fucking Nazi king of Mars, dude. This is all real. You can fucking look it up. You want to talk conspiracies, motherfucker? I mean, I've said it my whole life. The real conspiracy is the Nazis never left. The plan was never for the Third Reich to be the end of it. They planned on a Fourth Reich. Hitler talked about it. He planned on needing to fucking isolate the Jews in their own fucking country so that we could get rid of all of them at once. He talked about all this shit, man. They're just fucking pulling the old playbook out again.
And man, not to change the subject.
No, let's change subjects. I'm done rambling on that. I just feel like you got to throw a little bit of it in every episode.
And you got to, man. Fuck you, Elon, dude. Fuck you, DT.
And Trump, it's the resistance starts now, dude. The resistance starts now. I'm going to tell jokes and talk shit on the podcast and buy a couple guns and come to my house, I dare you.
Anyways, I think that things I don't want, and me and you are polar opposite on this.
Are we?
I think when I envision the aliens or the end of the world, or like, I don't want it, man. I don't want to see it, dude.
No, I'm not saying I do want it.
It's scary.
I'm just saying,
to me.
I hate to say anything like this ever in my life, right? But Reagan was right in that.
Go ahead and clip that.
The only thing that
Reagan
could,
was right. Reagan was right.
In a sense, I don't think that we need aliens to unite humanity against a common threat.
Right.
But I just think that maybe, probably not, but maybe, not even saying they come here, but the concrete knowledge that they exist might change people's perspectives enough to have them act a little bit more, or a little bit less egotistical.
And
you know what I mean?
More human.
More human, more humble, and just
humane.
Grateful.
I think there's the thought of like if we went to Mars and we found out that there was a underground fucking like that shit fucking just trips me out, dude. Like I don't
want that.
It's fine. Like aliens, cool. The end of the world, doomsday army.
But it doesn't have to be the end of the world.
I'm just saying, like in general, all of those things. I'd rather be dead before it happens. I don't want to be here for it.
I think it could be cool, man. I think it could be interesting.
I'm good, man.
I want the confirmation now while I'm alive, even if they're never going to come here and we're never going to see them. It's just nice.
I've watched Mars Attacks, dude. It's not how I want to die.
Yeah, dude, but I've watched like Star Trek. You know what I mean? Like there could be
and get disintegrated, dude.
Interesting.
Big hole in my tummy, bro, and I burn up to a crisp.
You don't ever feel limited by just like knowing that this is all there will ever be for me, is this one planet with a finite number of nooks and crannies and places I could explore or place my body. It wouldn't give you a little bit of solace knowing, even though I'll never go there, there are conscious beings all over the fucking universe, and we're not so alone. Even if it doesn't mean there's an afterlife, even if it just means like, hey, this happens.
How many galaxies are in the universe?
Fucking something like the 200 billion in the observable.
Okay. So in this universe, I would say, yeah, there's obviously life. In this galaxy where we're at, man,
probably not.
No, I think in our galaxy and maybe even the neighboring galaxies. Hear me out. I think maybe we are it.
Could
not in the sense of like there's not
be
other life. I just think maybe we might be the intelligent life. We might be it.
That could be.
As far as that goes. Now down the road, several other galaxies down, there might be fucking crazy like.
Or we could be the first to evolve this far.
Yeah.
There could be like microbes.
But I think that's scarier.
I think that is worse, yeah.
I think that is scarier if we are the intelligent life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's a scary fucking. Yeah.
That's a scary concept.
It gives me a little bit of solace to think, oh, there's somebody who's figured it out. There's a civilization out there who has been able to exist long enough, peacefully or not, but they still exist after X amount of years it takes to become that advanced. You know what I mean? That's nice to know it can be done, and that destroying ourselves isn't like the only possible outcome. Yeah. You know
because if we really are the most intelligent life in our galaxy and the surrounding galaxies, and we do what we do and destroy the fucking planet and kill all ourselves, bro, and we have all the nuclear holocaust, like, that's a sad and depressing fucking ending. Because, like, you can be religious, you can believe that one day Jesus Christ is going to come back and take everybody home, and, like, you can believe, you could be a Muslim, like, you can believe in anything you want. That's fine. I respect all religions, like, that's, you know me. But if, say all of that is not real, and this really is it, and there is all of these endless galaxies and fucking
of
all
nothingness.
That's scary to me. Like if we're it and like we fuck it up and we don't, advance to go on to do other things, like that's scary. And I'm not an atheist by no means, but I think that, the thought of like if this was it, we fuck it up out of our own selfish gain, like that's a sad fucking ending, bro.
The most depressing thing possible would be that there would be to A, there is no God at all, and then B, we're the only intelligent life in the universe, and then C, we snuff ourselves out, and then D, maybe the conditions have never been right anywhere else. Yeah. Maybe this was just a small fluke dude, maybe fucking human consciousness is a tragic misstep in evolution, brother.
And the correct thing to do would be us to
walk hand in hand, brother and sister, into oblivion.
Into that pale midnight, you know.
And I could see it.
When you start talking about this kind of stuff and we really get onto it, do you feel that right there? That anxiety in the pit of your stomach when you think about that
Dread,
kind of shit, man?
impending doom.
Yeah.
It's what I get when I think about death too much. When I try to conceptualize not existing, it gives me a panic that I can only think is my soul desperately clinging on to the fact that it does exist now.
Yeah.
You know, but sometimes I think we're looking at it all wrong. You know, once upon a time, the universe was nothing but darkness.
Yeah.
Now look at all these stars, man. If you ask me, light's winning.
No. I love you, Rust.
Hell yeah, I love you, Marty. Carry me out of this hospital, dude.
Give me a fucking cigarette.
I was watching True Detective again recently and texting him, like, you know, in another life, dude, I could have seen us as like a couple of hard-boiled detectives.
Yeah.
Because we have the autistic ability to hyper-focus on like a fucking niche interest. I just really think we could have applied that.
Go ahead and mark what episode and timestamp you're on, because I think I'm going to go home and get a bowl of cereal, man, and start True Detective over again
Hell
tonight,
yeah, dude.
And I don't want to fuck up where you guys are at, because they share my HBO
so fucking
account.
good, man.
So
it's so good.
I've probably watched it all almost 10
of
times
TV.
now. Yeah, and it gets me every time, dude.
It's cinematically and, like, you know, the cinematography and all of that shit
pleasing,
is
like it's
done
a great
well.
Story, like
the way, like,
goddamn, so good.
An Oscar-winning movie would be done. There's a philosophical debate through all of it, while having real-world fucking, you know, it stays very grounded and then has this supernatural element with his synesthesia. Yeah. You almost fucking wonder, like, well, is he imagining it, or is it real? Yeah. You know what I mean? There's this
that scene at the end of
the cosmic horror of it, you know?
The scene in the first episode at the end when Rust realizes they didn't catch the guys.
Oh yeah.
Well, he already knows, but like the detective slide him the pictures and he's like, "Well, I guess we didn't catch the guy back in 1995." And then he says something along the lines of like, you know, if it wasn't them, then who did, or whatever it was. And that
flat circle, dude.
That Black Angels song, fucking Young Men Dead, started do 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 doom 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 da da da. Dude, that fucking scene. If that doesn't hook you, nothing will. If that scene doesn't get you drawn in, brother, like.
Anna was doing homework when we watched the Stash House raid scene, and I was like, I need you to pause that because this might be the single greatest 15 minutes of television.
Yeah. I wonder if they shot that in one continuous shot. They had to.
It's a one shot,
where they go in the first house and then they go through all the other, like all the way till they get to Marty's car. Like that's got to be a continuous shot, man.
And you know who's grown on me? The dude that plays Ginger. You know, he's in that like Book of Power show. Yeah, where he's like some kind of a white gangster.
Yeah. He's a great actor.
He's
man.
pretty good and shit, dude. Yeah. I like him.
I told Anna because if you guys haven't finished it yet, have you?
No, one episode left.
I told her. I said I was telling her last night when we were at the club. I said, and I got to start saying comedy club because saying at the club makes it sound like we're out. Fucking.
We party at the club with a bottle full of bub.
Yeah, dude. I feel like you know. I don't like saying it like that.
I'm into having sex, ain't into making
I feel like
love.
we're out. Fucking, I feel like an idiot when I say it like that.
Well, we're down at the Comedy Store, dude.
Well,
with
no,
the
what
fucking
I like,
250 comedy
I feel like
assassins.
a fucking teenager. I feel like a fucking young hipster. Like I was at the club last night, just getting...
or the bar. We went to a comedy club and a bar.
So we were at the bar last night. I asked Anna if you had finished. She said that you didn't. I didn't know if you'd watched it anymore tonight or whatever. But I told her, I said, you're really gonna come around on Marty. Mm-hmm. Like by the end of the show, like you like Marty. Young Marty sucks.
They are
old
talk about
Marty,
the duality of man.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah. See,
there's a reason you have a Russ and a Marty. There's a reason you have a Beavis and a Butthead. Yeah,
dude. You have to have both. Rust and Marty balance each other out because because Rust, you know, while he is the believer of the science, he's also a believer in the universe and the supernatural as well. And then you have Marty, who's the by the book, the religious guy, the dude that makes himself sound self-righteous, that does no wrong, but also cheats on his wife, is also a shithead cop, is also a dude that he's not cool.
Yeah.
Young Marty sucks, but then you meet older Marty,
and
and Marty has learned his lessons. Marty's learned from his mistakes.
Well, I tell you another interesting
and Rust has too, though.
Dichotomy.
Old Rust has too.
It seems like Marty has more faith in God and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And Cole is the pessimist, resigned and shit. But in reality,
yeah,
Cole has more faith and hope for humanity, which is why he's like so much more torn up by shitty people.
Yeah.
When fucking Marty has resigned over humanity. He's like, bad people exist, that shit sucks, but you know, you gotta fucking have a little, you know, piece of pussy on the side and a wife at home, and
I think
do
that's
right by the Lord.
that scene. I think when he's asking when he's older, he asks him what made him retire, and he says that the tweaker put her baby in the microwave.
Yeah,
and that was the moment for me though that made me the fan of Marty.
Yeah,
knowing that that's what happened, and it made me just think that like all the bad shit Marty did, him being unfaithful to his wife, and like him just kind of sucking. It was that moment in time he was like, fuck. It just made him realize that, like, this is where we're at, and, like, this is what people fucking do. Like,
and he's got a very decent career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He hasn't seen Cole in forever, and the last time he saw him, they hated each other.
Yep.
But Cole pulls him into this fucking dank one-room apartment and says, watch this tape. And when he sees the horrific crimes on the tape, he says, no questions asked.
Yeah, because that's what, seeing the kid in the microwave made him quit being a cop, and then seeing what they do to the kid on that VHS tape makes him go back and finish it, dude. And you just have so much more respect for Marty at the end of the show. I don't know, dude, because it's easy to like Rust. It's easy to like Rust.
And it's
not easy to like Marty. And by the end, you want to love both of them the same. Like, I don't know.
And by the end, it's Cole telling Marty, hey, man, the light's winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
said, because Marty says, it looks like the darkness has a lot more ground. He's thinking about it all wrong, man.
Yeah.
At once, there was nothing but darkness.
Yeah. Now
you
light's
see all
winning.
these stars? Looks like the white light.
And I tell you what, man, you guys can fuck off. That is the best single season of television ever. It's life.
That's life, to confront the horror of that exists in life, and then the horror of what may be after death, to face it fucking head on, to say that shit sucks, but I'm going to shove that fucking pessimism down.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something about the minimal bit of shit that I can fix.
Yeah.
And fucking try to have hope that the fucking light is gaining ground. That doesn't mean you have to go out and every fucking child molesting criminal you fucking stop, you're making the world a better place. You can just hold the door open for somebody, man. Yeah. You know, leave a good tip for your server.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. Just be a better person. Help the light win.
Yeah. And on that note, man, this place sucks.
This place sucks, but you can make it a little bit better, dude.
Yeah.
By donating to your local NPR station.